I was watching a video of a guy, a situation that happened 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago, I think. A guy that went inside the train and he started stabbing people that were inside the train. I'm not sure if he had an issue with those people or it was just a normal thing where he went inside and he started stabbing people. And I think most of us, we have seen the news, and I just wanted to talk about it. Why? Because um we are living in a country where a lot of situations, a lot of actions is normalized. We find in a normal. We find in it, that's cool. We find in a you talk to someone, that person go stab, this person go stab. We find in a normal, and I think when an action or something is normalized, that's when it becomes a nature. And when something or an action is a nature, is an issue, is an issue around the environment, around where people are living, is an issue. Something that is normalized, it becomes an issue, it becomes a problem of generations and generation, it becomes a problem years after years. It becomes because it's normalized, because that's the nature of it. And I think we have normalized stabbing, because you will speak to the police, for them it's normal. You speak to uh, the doctors and people that deal with depression, that deals with people that comes with anxieties and stuff. You will speak to them, they will say it's normal. They will say that they will not give you a good reason behind it. They will not give you a good reason behind it. They will not give you a good reason behind it, because it's something or is an action that's been happening throughout the years. That's been happening decades. So is an action or something that's been normalized. And also because we know that a lot of people are going through too much. A lot of people are going through too much nowadays. We're living in a time where people are going through too much. You will speak to someone who will tell you, no, because I divorced with my wife, this is what's happening to me now. Because my children left me, this is what's happening to me now. And the problem is they don't know how to deal with those situations when it comes. They don't know how they can position themselves when those situation comes. And I think there is two ways to see it. There's two ways to see it, and everybody has his own opinion. Anyone has his own opinion to believe it or not. There's two ways to see it. There's two ways to see depressions and anxieties and there's two ways to see those situation when it comes, because everybody has his own ways of reacting when a thought comes in your mind. Because I believe it is a decision for someone to hold a knife and to go and kill someone. Is a decision that the person have believed, have a thought on it. Because every thought comes in your mind, every different thought comes in your mind, but it's up to you to be able to deal with those thoughts. It's up to you to say no to those thoughts. Because if you say yes to those thoughts, and then you will go through and deal and do the actions. So everyone has his own way of dealing with different thoughts. But there's two ways of seeing it, like I said before. There's a way of spiritual sense that we have to also check on. There's also physical sense that we also check on. There's that spiritual aspect that we also have to speak about it. Because for someone to hold a knife, it takes I know I know for a fact that we hold a knife to cook, but I can't normalize someone holding a knife to go and kill someone, to go and stab someone. I can't normalize it. I can't normalize it. You go and speak to you go and speak to someone. You tell him, bro, there's a guy that killed this guy. When you start a conversation, at the end of it, you found the normal. And this is how it was, and this is how it is. And this is how we're praying that in the future it might change. That when you're talking about this sort of situations, you're finding that it is not normal. And there's that spiritual sense, like I said, that is there's a higher power behind it. There's a certain power. There is a certain authority, or there's a certain power behind this stabbing situations. There's a higher power behind it. There's a higher power. There's a higher power above people that are going in the trends in people's life and start stabbing them. There's a higher power because it's not normal. There is a time where you need to think that, how am I able to do this? How am I able to do this? Because even themselves, as he's holding a knife and go and kill someone, it doesn't even know what he's doing. He's lost. Because to kill someone, it takes a power, it takes a spirit that is above your mind for you to be able to kill someone. It takes a spirit. It's not normal. It's not normal because in a physical aspect, we're not dealing with it. So that means we have to deal with it in a spiritual aspect, which is prayer. And there's a verse in the Bible that says that my people are perished because there's a lack of knowledge. I believe if there is a sense of knowledge in these situations of stabbing and going left and right center, I believe if there's a sense of knowledge, someone will not take a knife and go and kill someone. The Bible said my people perish. Perish means that my people are destroyed. My people are living in a dark where they're doing something it doesn't know what it's doing. Because for you to do something such a thing of stabbing, you have to be lost somehow. Like I said, there's a higher power behind it. It is not just physical action. There is a spiritual aspect of it that has already happened. Like I said before, that a lot of people, they don't know how to deal with rejection. Someone that's been rejected, someone that has not been accepted. There's a lot of people that cannot deal with rejection. A lot of people, they can't deal with it. And is leading them into causing different actions, practicing different action, which is to kill someone. Because not everybody has the ability to handle situations. Not everybody. As a human being, it's difficult to handle situations of life. It's not easy. But as a Christian, I know that if I'm able to connect to God, if I'm able to speak to God about my situation, I will be able to handle it. I will be able to handle my situation if I'm able to speak to God about it. If I'm able to tell my situation that, look, I'm not able to deal with it, but I have a God that knows how to deal with it. We have to associate God in our situations. Like I said before, we are living in a country where things are normalized. Stabbing someone is normalized. It is now natural for someone to stab someone, for someone to leave his house holding a knife to go and stab. It's normalized. But I think there's a higher power behind it. There's a spirit behind it that is leading someone to go and kill. My people are perished because there's a lack of knowledge. If there is a knowledge of me that I do not have to do this, I have to do this, I do not have to do that, then there will be a sense of you being patient. A lack of knowledge leads you not to be patient when situation comes. And a lack of patience leads you into causing different actions. If you have the knowledge that this is a life of a human being, this life that this person has is so precious to him, is so precious to people that are around him, is so precious to his family, I will not cause this action. I will not cause this action. I will not practice this action because I have the knowledge that this person's life is so precious to people that are around him. But to see someone not having the ability, not having the understanding that this person that I'm trying to kill or to remove is so precious to his family, if someone does not have that sense of maturity, understanding, knowledge, he will do whatever. Because for you to do whatever you want to do, it is there's no break. You can just do whatever you want to do. It's like a car. The life we are living, the life that we have, is like you're driving a car. And in a car, we have brake, we have accelerator, we have accelerator, we have brakes, we have handy brake, we have speed, where you can change your speed. If you are not able to deal with your accelerator, you will crash people's car. You will kill people on the road because you're not able to deal with your accelerator. If you're not able to deal with your brake, you wouldn't know when to stop. You wouldn't know when to stop. And if you're not able to deal with your speed, where you can change your speed, you wouldn't know how to deal with your speed. So your car, you will drive your car literally anyhow you want, because you are not able to deal with those instructions that is been set before you. And this is how life is. A lot of people are they are not able to deal with the speed or the accelerator of life. They are not able to deal with it. And your life is like a car. You need to be able to know when to accelerate. You need to be able when to brake. You need to be able when to deal with your speed. So there's a lot of aspect of people dealing with emotions, depressions, anxieties and stuff. So you have to be able to deal with it. You have to be able to do. And like I said, only God, let God be your driving instructor. Because if God is your driving instructor. It will tell you when to speed, when to brake, it will tell you all those things. But if you don't know when to brake, when to accelerate, there's an issue. That's why you're finding yourself in areas of your life where you shouldn't be, because you drove too quick. You accelerated too quick to be there. But once you're there, now you realize, oh, I shouldn't be here. How did you get there? Let us learn how to deal with like I said, there is prayer behind it. There is prayer behind depressions. There is prayer behind rejections. If someone rejected you, there is a way to deal with it. May God bless you. I hope you've been blessed.